Hey everybody, welcome back to another review. Today is a LEGO review, but it is not Star Wars. So the time of year has come again where LEGO releases the new Harry Potter LEGO sets. And I absolutely have to get them because Harry Potter was my first branded LEGO set. Harry Potter got me into LEGOs, and eventually my love for LEGOs got me into Star Wars. And so I always attribute Harry Potter LEGOs to starting it all. And so as the new sets come out, I have to get them. They're so cool. They're so nostalgic to me, and I love that they've redone them. I've wanted redos for some of these Harry Potter Legos for years and years, and so now that they're finally pandering to the fans, if you will, I have got to get them. So this first one in the list was actually an early birthday present from Erica. I've at this point managed to get all of my birthday presents early for the most part. But there's a couple things still that I'll be showing for a birthday haul. But it is the Hungarian Horntail Triwizard Challenge. So this is one of the smaller sets. This theme of the sets, this wave that's released, has been Prisoner of Azkaban and obviously Goblet of Fire. Goblet of Fire is my favorite. I kind of wish that they'd move Ron, Harry, and Hermione and make them like the years that they did the waves for, but it's been stuck on this scene. They'll probably do this logo every time, but they do also add the Wizarding World logo in the corner. Harry Potter looks really nice. It's ages 8+, set 75946 with 265 pieces. This is a $30 LEGO set, I believe. And then these are the characters, and here are some play features. So let's move right on to the time lapse, and then we'll go into more detail about this set in the review portion. Alrighty, so here is the set all the way built, and overall I think it's a really nice little set. Like always, we're gonna go ahead and start with the minifigures, just to kind of show you guys. So we'll start with Harry, our main man Harry, and he is in his first task challenge uniform, which was obviously the dragon. He comes with his wand, and I think that the facial expression on him is really, really good. They've definitely made him a lot more emotive than in prior times. He has two faces as well. And I think that it looks very much like Harry, and you definitely get a lot more expression than the original one that they made. This one does have a new hairpiece. He's got the kind of shaggy episode year 4 hairpiece, which is actually different from the LEGO minifigure series hairpiece, which is supposed to be, I think, for around the same year, to be honest. But yeah, his hair is definitely, this piece is technically, I think, inaccurate, but it was for the LEGO minifigure series. And of course, it is a little bit more adult than his childhood hairpiece. So I definitely like seeing the aging of Harry Potter. I think that was something that's really important that I have always wanted to see ever since I started with Harry Potter Legos, which was the first LEGO brand ever, is wanting to see a change in Harry as he went. So his uniform looks really good. I like the maroon and the black and the little Hogwarts. And then, of course, the Potter on the back. I think they squeezed in a lot of really good detail. And I'll show Cedric because he's also from Hogwarts. But his uniform looks very good as well. A little bit of a variation to Harry's. I like that. That way not everybody's identical. His hair is also pretty good. I think it's very similar to the Triwizard. The third task Cedric that came in the LEGO minifigure series, and I'm sorry I forgot to grab him, but the hair is very similar to my knowledge. And on the back, his hood is down a little bit more, but you can see Diggory right there, which is very cool. And then we have Flair from Bo Battens, and I like that you can see her initials right here, Flair Delacour. They use some nice tans, blues, and some really shiny gold in there, and I think it's very, very accurate to her movie jacket on the back, the Bo Battens sigil. But I don't personally like her headpiece. I think that this is not an exclusive headpiece, and I don't think it looks anything like Flair, to be honest, but the ponytail's good. And then here's her kind of scared face. This one maybe a little bit more, but I'm just not a huge fan of this Flair hair face piece. I'm sorry. And she also comes with a tan wand. So there's that. It's not too bad. We also here have Victor Crumb. And again, his face doesn't really look like Victor Crumb. I think that the original Lego minifigure face that they used for him, which I'll try to do a comparison to show you, I think that that is the best looking Victor Crumb face. And they have him wear it with this like little hair. I think that they used it for Finn. And it's not really, it's not that similar to how he actually looked in the movie. His head was like shaved. And so you can't really, I guess, get that look on a Lego minifigure. So they tried. But his uniform looks pretty cool. It's the drum string uniform with just the logo, so he doesn't have any personalization on his jacket. So he also does have a head switch, which this one I've never seen. I don't think we ever see Victor Crumb smile, so that one is a little bit, I don't know, not very accurate to me. But those are the minifigures there. So I'll just scoot those aside really quick, and we'll get on to showing you the dragon, which I think looks very good. Some people complained about him because he is mostly a Lego build, but I think if we did a whole molded piece like the original one, it would have been really, really expensive for the set because it was already $30. But I think that the wings are molded. They look fantastic. I'm so glad we didn't have to Lego build those. And then he looks like a Hungarian Horntail to me. He's got the horns all over, and then he's fire breathing. The apparatus that they make him use for the fire breathing isn't my favorite, but here it is. So there's that, and then of course you get the little podium with the golden egg, which is really cool. And then you can remove his little chain, of course, it just hooks in back there. So obviously once he gets free, you can, have him fly, and Harry obviously can chase him. Sorry, the pets just ran in the background. So that's pretty cool. Overall, I think that it's a pretty good looking dragon. I like the face piece. He's a little bit small maybe, but in comparison, I mean, it's decent. One really cool thing is if you have the Hogwarts castle, you can actually pose the Hungarian Horntail on the castle. My sister did that and it looked really, really, really good. So moving on, you get this little tent piece, which I really, really like. This was something that I kind of didn't care about, and then I built it and I'm like, this is actually really cool. So this is the Champions tent where the characters go before and in between the dragon battles where they have to catch the golden egg. And they did an interesting build where it can be closed, and it looks pretty accurate when it's closed up. Like someone can walk in and actually move around and it be realistic like that. So I thought it was really good, and it's just plain tan, a really interesting build. But you can obviously open it up so you can move minifigures in there. And we have a logo for Drumstring, Beauxbatons, and of course Hogwarts. And there's a couple little drawers here, and maybe a potion, maybe a bravery potion or something, and then a couple goblets, and of course a bed where if you feel like you're gonna faint, you can take a rest while everybody else gets smited by their dragons. And it fits a minifigure. And so closing it up, it looks like this, and I still think it works both ways. So I was really actually very impressed with this build, the way that you can display it open or closed and it still looks relatively accurate. So I personally like to display it closed because I really like the outside build of it and the fact that you can see in through it. So that's basically the set, with the exception of obviously Harry's Firebolt, which is an interesting build. They've used the same old broom piece they've used since the very beginning of Harry Potter Legos, and just added this little piece on top of it so that he can hang on and fly. This is very similar to how his Firebolt looks in real life. It's got these little like feet grips, or feet bars. So it's a needed accessory because in the challenge, Harry says Accio Firebolt and he gets it, and then he's able to fly away from the dragon. So they did have to include it. It doesn't really fit anywhere on the build, but it is there for your entertainment value. So basically that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video. Let me know what you think about this Lego set in the comments below, and have a great day. Bye.